All right.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Listen Up podcast. As you can know, I guess as you can see, man, we in a new format. Y'all actually get a chance to look at us and interact with us, doing some live video shows and everything like that. But man, on this first new episode, we're gonna recap the Duke game. We're gonna talk about the win and was it impressive or not. And then we're gonna talk about some recruiting. Um, Sam, you ready, man?
Yeah, let's get into this Duke game, man. It was a good win.
All right, man, let's do it. All right, so Sam, man, it's funny. I watched the game, and I didn't plan on it. I should have did what you did, which is you decided to go hit some golf balls in the middle of this one. Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
I'm gonna do
tell
that.
me, how this golf game looking, man? Because as much golf as you playing, you got to be Tiger Woods by now.
Nah, not even close. From what they keep telling me, I gotta get to like they said it take 3 years to actually get to a point where you hit like 100 at golf, where you break 100, like almost 3 years. And they said no, he said it took 3 years to break 80. It was 80 to get 3 years to break 80. So
Oh man.
I I'm guessing that's got to be like 1,000 balls a week I gotta hit. So
Oh, so you did the
so
math? Because I'm gonna tell you,
yeah,
nah,
like
my man.
he said it takes a while. So they said it takes a while. So the guy was like, so now I always meets with the guy, and I'm just trying to work on keeping my head centered, don't move my head, keep my body, make it all one smooth motion, slowing my backswing down, which is so goddamn like slowing your backswing down is like really, really hard. I don't know. It's like you see that ball, it's like you want to attack it.
You want to attack it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to learn how to slow that down. And it's like it's just really hard. And now, so Sunday, I finally hit about 25 balls straight down the fairway. The problem is I got a driver and I only can hit it straight down the fairway 150 yards. So which
Hey, that's
for the
improvement though.
yeah,
That's
but for the people I'm
improvement. You only
playing,
been playing for like a month.
yeah, so for the people I'm playing with, if I hit 150 yards straight down the fairway, I'm basically gonna win the game because once I get to my 6 iron and my pitching wedge, and I'm a three putter right now, but I got to get to two putting. But I'm pretty much a three putter right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I just can consistently hit that, like he said, I know it's only 150 feet, and I know what the drive you're supposed to be 200, 300 feet down. But he was like, you hit 150 feet, that's not bad. You like just keep doing that consistently, and you're gonna pick up. You like eventually be hitting 200 yards, then you get 300 yards. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now in my golf game. It ain't great, but it's just somewhere. It's just where I'm at.
No, that makes sense, man. Listen, I told you, I used to play a lot. I'm in the home.
And I
I'm in
gotta
the
be
home of
honest
golf.
with you. I gotta be honest with you too. My golf game, while it's horrible, like the Florida State defense, is actually getting better every week that I play.
Oh, so it's the opposite of Florida State football. Got
Right,
it.
right,
Okay,
right, right, right,
you,
right, right,
got you. So like you actually practice and you get better as opposed to
right, right,
practicing and
right,
don't really
right,
see much.
right,
Okay,
right,
no,
right,
no, no.
right.
So that's a good transition because we
Yeah,
gonna get into this because so I mean we all know the score. Whatever. Florida State actually scored a lot of points.
yeah,
I think against the defense and again. So it's fun. I had to take it two ways. I'm glad they won,
right,
but at the same time, it's like I can't really get hype about it.
right,
One because it's Duke. Two because we heard all week Duke
hmm
really ain't interested in playing no more football.
right,
They coaches said they ain't really interested in it. They really showed it really early in that game. Like you look at it, Florida State rolled off 28 straight points, and I mean it was the easiest 28 points they've gotten all season. And
yeah,
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 you I mean I'm talking about Jackson State put up better like effort than Duke.
right,
Then you saw, Cutcliffe calls gets everybody together, calls a team huddle, and everybody, now everybody's they rally around and say, okay, we ain't gonna quit. And the
hmm
moment they decided they were gonna play football again, all of a sudden the offense don't look nearly the same. Fumbles, interceptions,
right,
stagnant.
Well, I saw
Defense all
that.
of a sudden started, letting holes go, and I was like, I don't know. So it's like it's a small window where I was able to really evaluate the game.
Mhm.
Part of it was just that moment from where he called his players together, and Florida State couldn't do anything. Because before then, they quit. And then after they lost their quarterback, even if they didn't want to quit, they ain't had no choice. They couldn't do
Right.
nothing on offense. It was clear to that, and the defense really knew it. Like, okay, this game over with, and they went right back to quitting again.
Right.
So it's a real hard game to evaluate. So when I know
Mhm.
people hype, oh, they got to win. They rolled up 56 points. Man, look at them touchdowns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
look at we good. We ain't. I mean, we're not a good football team. We definitely ain't that
Mhm.
good of a football team. Like there was holes, massive holes. So I'm looking at. I'm saying I'm not. It's hard for me to really be impressed by what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I want to be, but here's the other thing. Outside of Charlotte and Syracuse,
Yeah.
this is the most points that Duke has scored. They put up 38 against Syracuse, and they put up like 50 something against Charlotte, which they should have.
Right.
Outside of that, everybody else held them to less points. So again,
I'm full of tends to allow offensive coordinators to get into a real groove against them. So I'm not shocked by that. I'm not shocked by that number at all, to be honest with you.
you shouldn't be. I mean, they scored like 21 points in like 8 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, off the same plays, 2 times untouched, running backs going to the end zone. I'm like,
Yeah.
Adam Fuller. Adam Fuller's back. That's what I'm talking about. Never
Yeah.
never lets us down. He does exactly what he's supposed to do. So I mean, in my
But
opinion,
but I mean, if you I watched the game I got that right before the quarterback Bryce got hurt, which was like the beginning of the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was like the first play of the third quarter, but yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt right then. And from there, since Florida State pretty much took the game over. It's hard to judge a Duke team. That Duke's team's been done playing football for 3 weeks now. They're just trying to get on with the getting on. Also, Florida State's kind of done playing football too. So it's like this battle of like two really, really bad teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to really judge that. I don't know. Is there anything to glean from that? I don't really think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you can pull from that game and be like, okay, well, it's Duke. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that would have been NC State, I would have been like, okay, I would have been happy. But I don't know, because I know that the team is pretty much done. I know they're done. I mean, we got the guys injured, and I want us to get the practices in. I want the coaches to establish the type of culture. Well, of course, I don't believe in that type of shit, but I want them to establish the habits that they want the team to have. So I want the practices. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I want them to practice every week and not even play a game. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
Also, another point though, looking at the game, I'm looking at Jordan Travis. He's the best quarterback we have on the roster right now. But I mean, he's dead in the water if he has to actually sit back, drop back, and throw the football. So is that going to translate next year? I don't think that's going to translate. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into something later because they got another quarterback.
right.
I don't know. I don't know how much you can pull from that game, man. I really don't know how much you can pull from it.
So I tried to pull certain things, right? What I did pull was I've been saying Todd is the best running back all season. His explosiveness and burst is better than everybody else's. You
Right.
saw, like you were able to see what he looks like. He's the only home run game breaker running back you got on your roster.
Yeah.
He showed that. You know what I mean? He's also, here's the other thing I think I was able to take from it. Again, that playbook. I know we've talked about Mike Norvell being this offensive guru or whatever. Travis been there. Again, we at the last 2 games of the season. Why is that playbook so limited? They ran the same 5 plays. Like
I just don't think they're installing anything right now. I think they're trying to just be trying to get as fundamentally sound as they can be.
That'll work. That works for Duke. because Duke don't care to be there. What happens
Right.
next week? You can't roll 5 plays against Wake.
You think they can play against Wake Forest?
I didn't think they were gonna play against Duke. I was heard two people had already tested positive for COVID and they weren't gonna be no game. So I was
Mm.
surprised they played this week. But what's happening is what we realizing the same thing we realized when I didn't think there was gonna be a season. Greed is winning.
Yeah.
Like teams need money, and so
Yeah.
at this point, I'm sure. Like from what I was from what like I heard, the ACC was basically saying we can't play this game. It's too risky. Blah blah blah. I mean, Florida, man, prayers. You know what I mean? Prayers up to Keontae because like you seeing some of these effects, like post effects from COVID. We can't say for sure that's what it was, but it may be. And so all I'm saying is I think the ACC was basically saying, hey, we got to cover ourselves. Let's not play this game. And I think Florida State was saying, yeah, but we need a check. You know what I mean? We can't go
Right.
another week without no check. And
So you
so
think
I think the money weighed out on in that one.
So you think these teams are being told not to play in these bowl games so that way they don't have to worry about it? Like I don't.
I think it's risky right now. And I think in light of what happened Saturday morning, I think it's even more risky.
Right.
Man, I can't imagine what. Again, we talked about it. I can't imagine what would happen. Like if a play, you know what I mean. We kept talking about. We talked about in all season. What would happen if you lose a player? You know what I mean?
Right.
If somebody were to die to COVID, God forbid. But
Right.
we talked about that in off season, and now you're seeing somebody fighting for their life, and it's like I think a lot of teams are saying, I don't know, but I think Florida State is saying we can't go this route again next year. I think greed, money, and all that stuff is saying, yeah, I think greed, money is all overriding it. You know what I'm saying? It's overriding a lot of good decisions.
So I mean, I think it's good that they beat Duke. I think that's a good thing.
It's very good.
I mean, because
if
like
they
I
lost,
said,
it'd have been a problem. Yeah.
like I said, if you lose to Duke, it's a lot of things. I mean, it's already stuff that's already out the window. It's things that's just not going to come back through the window if you lost to Duke. So I'm glad they won. They won against Duke. I would like to see them. I would like to see them beat Wake Forest. If they play Wake Forest, I would like to see them beat Wake Forest. I would like to see them to a bowl game. And I mean, you ain't got to win. But I want to see you continue to practice and get these coaches as much time as they need the players. Because I mean, essentially, they just had a spring to get ready for Duke. You know, they was off 2-3 weeks to get ready. So I mean, you get
almost a month, yeah,
almost a month. You getting time to put your stuff in. You know, I want to see them evolve into doing more. I would have liked to have saw that.
Well, see, that was the problem, and that's the point I was making.
But maybe you just can't do it though. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't put it all in. Maybe you can't put the stuff in that you want. I want to see like Jimbo, for instance, had like a core set of principles on offense. You know, he had that stick routes and stuff and certain things that he will always go back to. You know,
but it didn't look the same. Like
no, I mean,
Jimbo could run the same play. It was the same play, same concept, but it looked different every time we ran it.
Right. But I'm saying
we went. That's not what we saw Saturday or the previous week. We watching the same tunnel screen after tunnel screen to the running back, which is essentially running plays. And I get what you like. I understand what you're saying, but it's like it's just read option and bubble screens.
But also, you know, like I said, like Norvell doesn't have a lot of variance in his passing game in his playbook. I mean, it's very obvious to see that. I mean, you can see that Memphis too. It's not. I mean, now he has a lot of variations when it comes to the run game. I give him credit for that. I think he does a good job of finding ways to run the football. Passing wise, I don't see it. He makes it very simple, which I guess if you're going to have below average quarterback play, that you probably do need a simple playbook for a quarterback.
Yeah, but this should be evaluation though. Like, shouldn't this be evaluated? In other words,
he could be doing it in practice, though.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean,
he could be doing it in practice. He might just get in the game and say, "This is what we can run, and just run this."
Okay,
which he could be doing that.
It's possible. Again, I don't know the bigger plan. Again, we know he's been given a pass. We know he's taught. You know what I mean? He's kind of decided that hey, this season is year 0. It don't count. We throwing it away. Nothing that happens, good or bad, we gonna take any real credit for it. Cool. It just looks so limited, man.
Yeah,
I've never seen the offense look
But let's
Excuse me.
get to the recruiting.
Yeah, no. So as y'all know, well, I guess I'm gonna give the negatives and then I get a positive. So we lost Webb. As we're recording this, Webb is decided to transfer to Troy, and I think that's a loss. But I will say there's a bit of a recruiting uptick. You were able to sign a quarterback, which was huge. Mackenzie Milton decided to
Mm-hmm.
transfer to Florida State, and I'm I'm pretty sure he's QB1. I mean, going into next year, I don't think you're gonna throw out Purdy. Purdy ain't shown enough to say that he's gonna beat anybody out of a starting job,
Right.
and Jordan Travis always hurt and also can't throw the football. I mean, Mackenzie Milton is based on pass. We haven't seen what he looked like post injury, but based on pass, I think it's safe to say he's QB1. No,
Yeah, I mean, but even if Milton isn't great, um, and let's say Milton isn't a good starting quarterback at FSU because of his leg injury or whatever, I just think just having him in the QB room with Chuba and Tate and Travis, and him able, he knows how to prepare for games, having him prepare for a season, having those guys around him to watch him do that, I think could pay dividends. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm not totally down, to be honest with you. I'm excited he's here. They still needed you still need a true freshman quarterback to come in here though. I mean, because once Milton's gone, then what? And it's not a guarantee he's gonna stay healthy. And if he gets hurt, like it's
if he gets hurt, you still got Travis. I mean, I think
yeah, but even with Travis though, I mean,
and if
next
you
year,
got
man,
Travis, you got trouble, and you got
yeah, but
Rodemaker.
but next year though, it's gonna be these excuses of COVID and all this other stuff is gonna be out the window next year. I mean, like Boston College got better this year. You know what I'm
True,
saying? Boston College got better this year. NC State got better this year.
true.
Virginia played better this year than me. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. All right, if we talking about a 5-win team next year, a 6-win team next year, that's not. That's. I know people gonna call it progress. It's not really gonna be progress though. I mean, it's gonna be.
I
It's gonna be real signs of trouble because you're talking about a 3-win team, possible 4-win team, following that up with a 6-win team. Not a good trajectory. You know what I'm saying? So
I I think what Mike did was let me kick the can down the road. You
right,
know what I mean? Like signing Milton is uh, a stopgap almost. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
mm-hmm,
get a quarterback this recruiting class, and I needed
right,
one.
right,
But here's this transfer. He can buy me the next year, and now let me go ahead and put in who I want for next year. But
right,
he got to hit. Like that's the problem. Like it's not even the problem for this year. The problem is not only you got to hit, they're doing a lot of transfers.
right.
Like they're trying to get into a lot. They're trying to redo the whole defensive line with transfers and redo the
Mm-hmm,
whole. Like
yeah,
okay, cool.
right,
One, you got to hit on all these guys because
yeah,
you're not getting blue chip guys. Two, you're talking about short windows, and three, you got to hit next year. That means you're putting all your eggs in next year's basket, which
right,
means that we shouldn't be looking at a 20 class. We should be looking at a top 10 class.
right,
And that's where I say, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I can see his plan essentially, right? Like they're
right.
heavy in the transfer market. Cool.
Uh-huh.
That may help them next year. If you hit on these guys and they win, you saw what they can do. Say for last week, you saw what they did for Miami. Miami had some transfers come in. They hit on almost all of them. Cool. Florida State has to do that same thing. Hit on just about all of them, including the quarterback. And if Milton is that guy, he has come back. He's fully healthy. He doesn't get injured. Then he's by far the best quarterback you have on your roster. Now you got to go find you some receivers. Same thing in the transfer market. But the goal should be, hey, we're not doing this again next year. Like in other words, teams don't build through free agency. Look at what the Baltimore Ravens do in the NFL. They build through the draft. They don't build through free agency. So it's the same. It's basically the same thing. They brought free agency to college football. So you're not going to be able to build through free agency. What you're going to have to do is make sure that next class is your best class. Period. And so you better win. I think it's just that simple.
What do you think about Webb leaving though? Like, what does that say? What does Webb leaving say?
Again, I've been arguing with folks who tell me that all the recruits, everybody, I mean, all the players leaving is all just addition by subtraction. Webb was his guy.
Yeah.
He was his guy. That's not a good look. Not to mention when you hear the stories of what we was, what has been said. I talked about, I think it was last podcast, the podcast before last, where essentially they were doing exit interviews. Webb said, Webb was brought in to say, all right, well, how do you feel about the season? He said, I feel like I should be getting the majority of the snaps. I've earned the starting role and to be getting the primary snaps and the start.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Norvell kicked that again, passed the buck and said, yeah, that's something for your position coach. That's not something that I can do. That's something I can't answer. You got to talk to your position coach.
Right.
Webb, understandably so, took that as a cop out. I would have, and basically left. And I don't know what Norvell heard in that meeting, how that meeting ended, but Norvell came out and said that Webb would be back next season. Webb came out and immediately after it was like, nah, dog.
I don't understand the lying. I don't understand the lying at all. Like I mean, and it's not that he's lying.
It's not the first time.
No, I mean it's been several lies, but I guess my whole thing is sometimes you don't have to answer the question. Be like, we are evaluating Webb's situation. Webb's evaluating this situation, and we'll know more in the coming weeks.
I just
How hard
think
is that? How hard is that?
You know what it is? It's Memphis. You got to understand. He came from Memphis, right? He wasn't getting these. One, he didn't have these problems, so you're not prepared for them. Mm-hmm. Two, you're not used to the media being up on and the fans being up on every decision you make.
Yeah,
every move you make is news to the timeline and to the beat writers. And so what's happening is every time that man got to make a decision, he can ask about it. So you don't expect the conversation with Webb to come out because at Memphis that conversation never comes out. Yes. You don't have that problem. But at Florida State, we know what happened in that room. So therefore, now that it came out, now you got to answer for it. You're scrambling, and now he's clearly not good under pressure. He would have been a terrible lawyer. He don't know how to get to the next. Like he's just not good at it. You see it in a lot of these press conferences, man. He's getting ate alive in these press conferences.
Yeah,
because he doesn't really have the answers for him. And so I think that's what happened with Webb.
But I guess my thing is, and I don't know, man. It's tough because I know coaches lie. Coaches lie all the time. It's like what they do. That's why we call them used car salesmen. They lie. You know what I'm saying? If you brought Webb there, you told him, hey, if you work hard, you're going to get the majority of the carries. He's carrying the football well in the games.
He's by far the best running back.
So, I mean, what changed? Why wouldn't he be getting carries? Like, is it all about, and I keep hearing this thing about kids' attitudes. And I mean, ultimately, I don't know why people feel the need that they need to like everybody and everybody need to like each other and everybody need to do this. Like, at some point, you have to be a grown-up in the building, like, we need production. If you're producing, that works for me. Is he showing up on time? I mean, these are questions we can't really answer. But I mean, if he's showing up on time, he's putting the work in, he's at treatments when he need to be at treatments, and he's ready to go on game day, why wouldn't he be getting the carries? Because I mean, he was better than everybody on that at running back. And like I told you, with Toa Philly, I like Toa Philly. I just feel like Toa Philly need to put on some weight. Like he need to put on about 10 to 15 pounds, maybe, right. And so he could take a college season. So I was of the mindset that you only give Toa Philly 10 to 15 carries per game until he get to a certain point. So I didn't have a problem with Webb because Webb was a big back, so I was like, he could take the pounding. I just don't understand that. Like I don't get that. That to me that seemed a little personal. Like I don't like your attitude. I don't like the way you are. That seems kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So I
No,
just didn't.
so
I didn't like that.
it's funny you said that, right? So I got a call yesterday, and he won't mind me mentioning him. So T Wit called me. You know, I get one of them random T Wit phone calls whenever I'm on the timeline saying stuff.
Bro, that's
So
because you be being negative, bro. You being negative. You be out of pocket. You be out of line, bro. That's
no,
what you
man, that's your
do.
role. That's
Nah,
your role, man. I don't do
see,
that.
I'm gonna tell you what I be doing. People be getting mad at me, but honestly, when people ask me honest questions, I get them honest answers. Like this, like the whole day. So I don't blew the whole timeline up today, apparently. But the whole day is like, I'm like, why this man keep lying? Like I don't get the lying part. You know what I'm saying? Like this man's lying for no reason, and everybody's like, how do you know he's lying? We knew last week that Webb was gone. Like, how we know, but he don't know. Well,
Webb
how you
said
know?
it. His cousin on the timeline saying it every chance he get. Right. You'll
Everybody
think,
said,
we
but
know.
the coach clueless though. How do you know
Coach
the coach knew?
completely surprised about it.
Maybe he lied to the coach. He ain't lying to nobody else.
Right. He went right on the timeline. Immediately after coach said he coming back and was like, only God know where I'm going. Like, come on, man. What you talking about? Yeah. This is
The
bold-faced
man
lie.
called you a liar during your press conference.
During your press conference, he was telling you this is not the truth. So I mean, so T-Wick calls me. He says the reason why Corbin is starting and getting more of the reps because he works really hard.
See what is
I
that?
don't care.
What is that? What
Like
is that?
I don't understand. Like, and so it
So
cool.
he the little engine that could.
I don't care. Right, that's what I mean. Right, he has a positive attitude. He works really hard. He's
What?
always he's rehabbed himself back after his hamstring. They had to completely completely torn hamstring. Like, okay, cool.
Right.
The production on the field says that Webb is the best running back. For me, that's all that matters. Like,
Right.
if the production on the field says to me that Webb is the best running back, then Webb should be the starter. It's just like I'm
guess
confused by the fact that he works really hard, meaning he should start. No,
but
I don't care. A lot of people work really hard and they're not really good at what they do. I'm
yeah.
not saying that about Corbin. Corbin has not been great all season. Like, Corbin has been. He's been Leonard Fournette, not in a good way. So he's been Leonard Fournette, like he misses a lot of open holes. He's looking for contact when he should be evading. This is the first game again against tacklers who really wasn't trying to be there.
Yeah,
but
that was done. Yeah.
this was the first time he actually looked like Webb. Webb's been doing this all season, and so if I'm Webb, I'm like, hey man, I'm balling. Y'all can clearly see that I'm balling. You can clearly see that I'm the best running back. And when I got to I don't come into the second quarter to play behind the dude who I know I'm better than. It's a problem because football is always supposed to be a meritocracy. If I work you, if my production says I'm better, and I should
my
play.
attitude ain't gonna be great if I know somebody's playing in front of me that's not better than me. I'm
Right.
not gonna have a good attitude.
So now I'm gonna have an attitude,
I mean,
and now I'm gonna talk to other people about the problems that I have, and now they like, well, shoot, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
We were talking about Gainer, why he ain't on the field more. We talked about that early. I can't find snaps for Gainer. You remember? So again, you remember? So like when we had these conversations, Webb's talking to Gainer, they all on the same team, and he like, I feel you because I don't know why I ain't starting either. Why I can't get on the field? They can't find snaps.
And I'm gonna tell you something, man. When you're losing games, people really be like, why the hell? If we gonna get beat by 40 points, I might as well be in the damn game because this don't even make no damn sense. So I personally, I think it's a bad look. Is it a be all end all? It's a running back. You can find running backs anywhere. It's not a be all end all. So I'm not that concerned about it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But at the same time, I'd rather have Webb. I'd rather have Webb, Corbin, Tola-Philly, and whatever grad transfer they're gonna bring in. I'd rather have all of them.
I think I will give them some credit though. I like what they did. The running back by committee that they showed the other day was pretty cool. Just because I think they were really trying to. You could tell it was again they keep using these practices as these games as practices, but you was able to see it. You know what I mean? Okay, here's another guy. Okay, this guy got some time. This guy. So I think I just don't have a problem with the running back room. I think Tola-Philly in the offseason puts on those 15 pounds that you're talking about. And I think Tola-Philly takes the starting job. If for whatever reason we come in next year and Corbin is still starting, I would have a problem with that. because again, nobody has shown the explosiveness, the ability to make people miss and the home run threat as Toa Philly has. Toa Philly it should be your featured back and should be a difference maker on offense to replace Webb. Again, we'll see what happens next season. That's a problem. That's a conversation for them. But Toa Philly should be your best back. Corbin can spell him, but you still got other guys who can play. And I think that's what we saw the other day. Not to mention, can not only just play, but can catch the football. And I thought that was very good as well, just to be okay, we got some versatile running backs. Cool. Let's see what we can do. And then I guess on a whole nother note, we talked about this on the timeline. It seems remarkable that they were able to pull through with the 50 scholarship players that they had against Duke. But for some reason, man, that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough players to go against.
This what T would be talking
go
about,
against
bro.
Virginia, man. They 50 players they couldn't go against Virginia with them 50 scholarship players. That was not enough. But Duke, let's just roll the dice.
It's what we be talking about, bro. It's the negative stuff he be talking about, bro.
Like, you brought that up on the timeline. I just responded to you. Don't tell me how I'm negative.
You gotta slide that in there, bro. Nobody asked for that, bro.
Yo, I'm just saying, I was glad they was able to persevere through,
hey, man,
through the hard.
That's a game chat. That's a game chat. Throw it in the bag. Hey, shouts out to the men's basketball team for doing the Lord's work. Shouts out to that shoe. Shouts out to the shoe. Yeah, 7 straight. Shouts out to the shoe. Shouts out to that, whatever size, what that was, size 12, size 13 that old boy threw in the LSU game. Shouts out to that. A special shout out. Bro, did you see that North Carolina? You see that North Carolina Miami game?
Hold on. North Carolina just scored again on
bro.
North Carolina just scored again on the University of Coral Gables,
bro,
man.
Bro, god damn, bro, have some pride. I mean, yeah.
You had 2 running backs go. One went over 300 yards, another went over 250, 240.
People keep giving the safety a hard time, but I'm like, bro, this running back is running through wide open alleys, bro. He has no shot, bro. He has no shot, bro.
He was out there getting rocked every time. By the time he ended the game, he was just like, just come do it, bro. Just come run me over, bro.
I would have been so mad at my linebacker coach.
I'd have been yelling at everybody in the locker room. You got me set up out here.
Yes, bro. Like, you getting me rocked, bro. I'm getting damaged out here, bro. Like, this man, them running backs was not touched for 8 yards. And then the safety coming up looking like, I got no... He's already hurting after the first 15 licks, bro. He don't want no more.
Full head of steam. He get this guy getting full sprints coming at you. You dead stop. He was getting... But I feel so sorry for that.
I feel sorry for bro. Like, I'm like, damn, bro. I know that pain, bro. I remember a hobo was telling me when he watched the Miami game, he was on the sidelines for the Florida State Miami game when Sean Taylor was playing for Miami and Greg Jones was playing for Florida State. That's that game where Greg Jones was like just like, I mean, was just going to town, bro. And Sean Taylor said you can hear Sean Taylor when he tackled Greg Jones one time out of bounds. The D lineman got up and the linebacker got up and he was just cursing them up, out. He like, y'all need to get that big MF on the effing ground. Like, I don't supposed to be tackling him head on like that. Like that's Sean Taylor. That's Sean Taylor now. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying, I don't want no more of this shit, bro. Like,
this hurt. Yeah, this hurt.
And he said, Greg Jones kept getting up to I'm going to kill one of these motherfuckers tonight. He like Greg just kept doing a little bicep flex. He just flexes bicep.
Yeah. You know what time it was.
Like, you know what time every play, bro.
Oh man, no, he had an ice bath. He definitely had the ice. He had the ice bath that night, boy, because he was bruised. He had been black and blue.
I kept Keontae Johnson in my prayers, and I kept old boy in my prayers too, because both of them.
Hey, also, like we gotta add whoever MJ Walker stepped over Iverson while looking. Hey, that
you gotta fight though. You gotta fight. After that, bro, you can't dunk on me and step over me, bro. I can't.
We can't do like in the NBA. They do both after that. No, we can't.
You can't do both. You can dunk on me, and you can step over me.
And then Iverson step on me while looking down at me. Come on,
bro. You can dunk on me. you can step over me, but you can't dunk on me and then
And
step
step
on me.
over.
You can
Yeah,
do
yeah,
both,
yeah.
bro. Can't do both. You can't do both.
He absolutely did, bro, man. Listen, man, I don't, and it's funny.
Bro,
I was thinking about Florida State basketball, man.
yeah,
Has there ever been a bigger turnaround from like in coaching history? Like Leonard Hamilton, people
yeah,
wanted him fired. He was dead and gone. We had no faith at all. And this dude has the number one recruiting class. Got Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes may be the most talented player he's ever coached. Like we had Bacon
yeah,
and we've had some other guys. None
yeah,
of them will come in 3 games in and look like how Scotty Barnes looked. Scotty Barnes is
yeah,
a NBA player, and you could tell when you're watching the games that
yeah,
this is an NBA player playing with college kids. He
yeah,
looks like it because he
yeah,
just like he realized early, like late in that first half, was like, oh, these dudes can't guard me. And you could
yeah.
tell like it clicked on him. I can score whenever I want to. And
Right.
so he like what you saw was okay, game close. I'm gonna show you exactly how dope I am. And he went to the basket, layup. Went to the basket, whammed on somebody. Went to the basket and won. Went
Yeah.
3-point shot. Okay, you know what I mean? Like
Barnes
it
good.
was it was clear. Like okay, y'all can't play with me because I'm the best player out here.
Yeah.
And I love his attitude. Like he played with a passion and a fire. He'll dunk on you and he gonna talk about it and celebrate it.
Yeah.
Man, Barnes is by far my favorite player I've seen play at FSU in a very long time, man. So
Yeah, man.
I,
Shouts out to them.
yeah, man. Shout out to the men's basketball team, man. Let's hang a banner for real this year, man. Let's hang a banner for real, man.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, so we finna get ready to wrap, right?
yeah, man. I mean, rap. I want to see. I had one more question for you, man.
Oh, go
So
ahead.
it looks like the recruiting they did get a win. Recruiting does look like I'm
Yeah, they
gonna
got a
give it an
lot.
uptick. They got a little bit of momentum.
They got some crystal ball for some 3 stars that's coming in. A lot of
Even
undersized
a four
guys.
star as well. No. They got
What's
like
four
a
star?
4-star defensive
Oh,
end.
the Peyton guy.
Yeah. They got
Yeah,
4-star
yeah, yeah.
defensive end coming
I
in.
like that guy.
So
I like that guy.
yeah. I want. I mean, does it look like they're taking steps in the right direction?
Define steps in the right direction.
As far as they
They got
look like, in other words, is their game plan that they have? In other words, we talked about their. All right, we're gonna build through the portal and try to fill in with maybe some developmental guys for this next year, and then we'll focus on 2022 being our bigger class. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the step, or is that the path they need to be taking, or should they? I mean, it really ain't got no other choice in my opinion. But I mean, is that the right approach?
that's the only approach they can go with. I mean, that's the only card in the, you know what I'm saying, the deck. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it's no spades in there. Ain't no spades in there. You gotta
They had to
find some
try to.
trump
They tried to.
cards.
I was gonna say they tried to win with hearts.
Yeah, gotta find some hearts, some clubs in there that can make some things happen. You know what I mean? So I mean, I like the Peyton dude. And my thing is, if you're gonna take 3-star guys and undersized 3-star guys, do it from your recruiting footprint. Don't be way out of Arizona doing that shit. If you're gonna do that, do it at Lake City, do it at Valdosta, do it at Laws. You know what I'm saying? Do it in 561, do it in 904, do it in places that you need to recruit at. So that way, when those kids do produce, the other kids say, "Oh, okay, well, he got old boy playing pretty good. He can get me playing good too."
I
That's
just don't
how
think
you
they had a
build it.
foothold. I don't think they had a foothold in Florida. I mean, it's clear based on where they're recruiting at, they don't have any footholds
Well, they
in
got a guy
Florida.
from the DMV area. That's a recruiting footprint for FSU, the DMV area.
No, it absolutely. I'm talking about in Florida. Like they don't have any. They don't have any time. Like I think Dugans is out. I mean, let's just
Well,
be honest.
you
Dugans'
gotta,
contract is up, and I think he gonna go somewhere else or do what he
yeah.
need to do. And I'm pretty. And I mean, it's been too much smoke around the furniture going. Being put in the storage. So at that point, I think you looking at, if I'm Mike, we gonna replace him with 2 guys who we know for a fact can recruit Florida. And so
Right.
if I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, they saying, all right, we ain't got we don't have any footholds. Let's find some footholds
Right.
to be able to recruit Florida. Well, we can't right now. We don't have any ends with these coaches. Like, you know what I mean? We just don't. And so, and we ain't got nobody who can.
Right.
And you don't got enough wins to even walk into the locker rooms of these kids. So at this point,
Yeah, I mean, it is what it
zero.
is.
Yeah, this year 0. Let's reset the map, reset the game board. and try again next year. So I think that's where they at, man. I just want to see what your thoughts were on it, man.
No, I mean it'd be all right, man. You got to find a way to put a roster together next year. I mean, if you talking about you got 50 players, you gonna come in, you only can bring in 25. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect for Nas. And from what I heard, a lot of defensive guys don't really trust Fuller. I don't really expect for a lot of those guys to come back to want to play for Florida State on defense. So you went from having uh talented defense based on what we had seen in the past, some talented pieces that don't trust the D coordinator that they feel like it's gonna come back. I think it's coming back too. So it's gonna be hard to
Wait, who coming back?
Adam Fuller.
Okay.
If he not, I mean, if you're gonna fire the man so you can get some recruiting going. There's no reason to hold on to him. I think he's coming back.
I don't think Mike gonna fire him before the season over with. I mean, he should. I just don't think he's gonna fire him before the season over with. They gave up 35 points to a Duke team who was uninterested in playing football, and 14 points to a guy who had no option. He couldn't throw it. Like, we knew he couldn't throw the football. So at that point, I don't. We'll see what Wake Forest look like. They go out there and get blown out by Wake Forest. Wake Forest rolls up another 40 points. If Duke scored 35, I'm giving at least 42 to Wake Forest next week.
Wake Forest dropping 40. Yeah.
Right. So Wake dropping 40 next week. So if Wake dropping 40 next week, I'm not sure how we can look at Adam Fuller and say, Adam, this is your resume. 56, 56, 56, 40, 35, 40, 30, you know what I mean? Like, and then say, all right, man, come on back next year. We'll figure this thing on out. Right. I can't see it. I mean, I can't see it. If he does, he does. I mean, I can't see Adam Fuller coming back. I've heard from a lot of people who cover the program who basically said, I don't really want him. You know what I mean? I don't think he's done a good enough job.
Yeah, but we can think whatever we want to think. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I think the powers that be who got the money also feel the same way we do.
Okay. Well, that happens.
Mike may not, but sometimes you get a certain level of pressure put under you where it's like, my man, I know that's your homeboy and all, he got to go. And I think that maybe we might get to that point. Maybe it's just wishful thinking.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But we got a good show gonna come up. I got Sunday. We got a good show coming Sunday. I'm gonna have some of the guys from the Double Fries No Slaw come on the pod. So it'd be like I think it'd be Freddie and Richie. So they come on the pod. We're gonna do like a little season wrap up. I get those two, and I work on. I got some foreign players lined up for the off season. So we might be doing like sporadic shows, but I think we'll be doing some bigger shows on a bigger scale because we'll be doing the videos.
Yep.
And I think that we'll be I got some foreign players that's gonna come on though. So we just gotta line some schedules up. Now it's kind of hard because I got my golf game going on. So I gotta be honest with you, bro. I'm not sacrificing my golf game for Florida State football right now, bro.
No, man, you're gonna make me pick up the clubs, man. I literally got a golf course right around the corner from me, man. Like, I can ride what it's called 3 minutes up the road, man. I'm gonna go out there, break dust off the clubs, man, just see if I still got it. And if not, I'm just go to Top Golf and hit some balls and and have some drinks, man. But yeah, man. Listen, man, if you don't, for the YouTube subscribers, man, hit the button. It's somewhere around here. Wait, hold on. I gotta see what I'm thinking. Somewhere around in this area. Yo, man, hit the subscribe button, man. Follow the podcast. Interact with us, man. Let us know what you think. New format. And as always, man, we appreciate you guys. Rate, review, subscribe. We out.
Yo.